Sup everyone, this is Draco Evo back yet again with some latest Manchester United transfer news today, and we are going to be covering Edinson Cavani, Ashley Young, Donny van der Beek, Samuel Umtiti to name a few. Let's jump straight in. Welcome. So for those of you who are new to my channel, you guys know that I do some latest Manchester transfer news, speculation, match reviews, previews, and also one of the most important thing is to read out comments from, well, at least a comment from my last upload, which was regarding a few days ago. I uploaded, which was regarding James Maddison and the potential Ruben Neves transfer deal. That was uploaded about 3 days ago, and if you want to get your thoughts in the comments below, do leave your thoughts in the comments below, because I will pick out one and give you a bit of a shout out and have a discussion around it. So before we jump into the main part of the show or the video, the comment comes from the United Man. For those of you that do not know the United Man, he's a good friend of mine. We've become friends doing these sort of contents. Great channel, covers a lot of Manchester United content as well. Do go and check him out. The United Man, he says absolutely Ruben Neves is a definite must. Just really struggle to see what quality player is going to come in January, and I agree with him 100%. Ruben Neves is an absolute must if Manchester United is going to sign a midfielder. He's young, tenacious, experienced in the Premier League, has a good record, and he can play a DM or a CM position, and he's got an eye for a ball, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's quite struggling to see who we're going to bring in January, but given the last result against Man City, the way things are, I think surely even Ed Woodward knows that we need investment. But let's see. But anyway, on to the next bit of news, the main bit. We have adverts, not this type of adverts, but we have a piece around, if I can take this off, there we go. We have a piece around Edinson Cavani. So this is coming from various outlets. This is the article from the Daily Mail. Apparently, Arsenal and Manchester United have submitted offers for PSG striker Edinson Cavani, but Atletico Madrid are favourites to sign the Uruguayan. Cavani, who's 32, has struggled for a game time this season at PSG as a result of injuries and increased competition for places in attack following loan signing of Icardi. He has started just 4 league matches and played a big part role in the group stage of the Champions League, scoring 5 times in 13 total outings, right? So there you go. This is a piece around Edinson Cavani to a potential move to Manchester United. Now, striking department is not the most priority right now. I'm not sure how much he'll cost, but his wages will be astronomical. But I think it'll be nice to have someone of his experience, his stature. He's very professional. He keeps himself fit, and he's a powerful striker. To have him on the bench, maybe rotating around with Martial and Rashford. We've seen the other day, Rashford was given the captaincy, Martial was given a bit of a break, but Rashford looked tired. He had a very poor game and he looked very tired. It was just literally, just like the midfield area, we're one injury away in the striking position to be a disaster. Like if Rashford and Martial gets injured, that's pretty much we're done. We have Daniel James, who's not there yet. We have Jesse Lingard, who's not having the best of times. But it depends. It shouldn't be the priority, if I'm being honest. Midfielder should be priority. But if we are interested in him, I wouldn't mind him, to be frank. But not to come in and replace anyone, Rashford or Martial. It'd be good to come in and be a part of the team, not a first team striker. Maybe a bit of rotation, just so that players like Martial can be given a bit of a break. He is a different dynamic. He's experienced. 32 years old, maybe a year, 2-year contract, and that's it. Looking at his stats, so we read in the article that he's barely appeared. He's appeared 13 times this season, scoring 5 goals and 1 assist. Not a very good return, but considering the fact that he's barely played, that is a decent return, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Would you take Edinson Cavani for a year or 2, or maybe a year, not to be a first team striker, but be there around the squad and add a bit of quality depth, you can say. Not a long-term target, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Next up, we have news around Samuel Umtiti. So for those of you who do not know him, he is a Barcelona Central defender, centre back. He has been struggling this season. He's quality still. He's strong in the air. He's very athletic. But apparently Barcelona are open to offers for centre-back Umtiti during the January transfer window, with Arsenal and Manchester United and Tottenham all interested in making a move. The 26-year-old has been largely out of the first team action for Barcelona this season, starting just 4 La Liga games due to an injury and the fact that Gerard Piqué and Clement Lenglet have established a regular partnership at centre-back. Umtiti has turned out twice in Europe, taking his total appearance this campaign to just 7, having suffered knee and ankle problems. And now both player and club are open to a change of scenery, with Spanish publication El Desmarque reporting that Barca want a deal done as soon as possible. No fee has been really talked about, but they did sign him. Well, they're saying that he could be potentially be available for as little as £20 million. Now, Umtiti, I absolutely do not mind him. He's 26. He's still on the young side for a defender. He's athletic, and given the situation we're in now with defenders, we got Chris Smalling gone. We've got Phil Jones. We got Harry Maguire potentially out for several weeks. We got Lindelof, who's not experienced enough. We have Tuanzebe back and forth with injuries, and also don't know what is happening in the background. And we got a club pulling back Brothwick Jones or someone, I can't remember his exact full name, recalling him from loan, just to cover our back. We are really, really light on the defense side. And Umtiti coming in, if he's going to be available as little as £20 million, I wouldn't mind taking him. I mean, he will add a lot of pace to that central defense. He will have a lot of athleticism. I think that's where probably Maguire has kind of missed, because the pace, Lindelof is not the quickest. A bit of rotation would also be nice. He is not your upcoming young star, but he's 26, for God's sake. He's got bags of experience. He'll bring that in, and I think he will suit right nicely in our team. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below, what you think about Samuel Umtiti. But in terms of his stats, as you can see, he's only appeared 7 times this season. He has been suffering injuries. Now, I don't know the extent of his injuries, to be frank. And to be frank, we don't want to be signing a player who's constantly injured. But I can see a lot of injuries have ruled him out for a number of games. Maybe not sure if he's going to be the entirely right pick, but if he's going to be available for less than £20 million or so, and come in and stay fit enough, I think we got a real gem here. I think he's going to be a good signing. But that's it. Let's move on to the next bit of news, which is Milik. I'm not going to bother pronouncing his first name, but apparently Manchester United are ready to pounce on another striker, Milik, for £60 million. So I'll read you out the article. Manchester United could make a move for Napoli striker Milik as they look to improve their attack, according to reports. The Poland international has scored 10 goals in 10 starts in all competitions for the Naples-based club this season. United boss Solskjaer is on the lookout for strikers and goals as he plots his January business, with the Norwegian recently saying that he has a backing off the United board. There is a possibility, though, Man United will not sign any players, with Solskjaer insisting he will only buy if they identify the right signings. Milik struggled slightly in his first couple of seasons at Napoli, following a £35 million move from Ajax, but he has flourished in the last couple of campaigns. So there you have Milik potentially moving to Manchester United for £60 million. But the reports are also saying that we might have to wait until the summer to get him. Now, if it's the summer, no problemo. I mean, I think Erling Haaland was a player that we generally wanted, but he went to shit, didn't it? So I think Milik will be a good signing, but for the summer. But again, not a priority signing for me. Yes, he's got better stats than Cavani, but priority should be a defender and a midfielder at the very least. You can see he's scored 12 goals, 10 games. I think he's 25 years of age, still can develop. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, what you think about it. Personally, for me, I wouldn't mind him. I wouldn't mind signing anyone in January. If you were to come and tell me you're not going to sign anybody in January, except for one player, and that will be Milik, I'll take him. It's as simple as that. We need midfielders more, defenders more than striking options. In fact, we need all 3 positions. A club like United should not be down to bare bones because we have one injury. in each position. That's correct. That's true. We have Maguire out now. We're down to bare bones in the central defense. We have Pogba, who has been missing. McTominay out now. Midfield is a disaster. Striking options: Martial, James, or Rashford. Any one of them getting injured, we're pretty much down to bare bones. Greenwood is up and coming, I understand, but I don't think he's ready for a fully fledged season. Hopefully next season he'll be ready. How much of signing another striker will affect Milik's development? I mean, not Milik's, Greenwood's development. That is also a concern. But there are no quick fixes, we know that. But we need to have depth. We need to have quality depth. Simple as that. Okay, let me close some of these windows. There we go. Next up, we have a guy cooking. Oh, that's nice. That's decent. We have Donny van der Beek. Okay, so we all know Donny van der Beek is a class player, but according to Manchester Evening News, they have identified as one of the guys that we might potentially sign. So let me read you out the article. Manchester United midfield weakness was once again exposed on Tuesday night. I'm not going to bother reading all of that. So Donny van der Beek. So there has been suggestions that he might. This article just showing like how he could fit in, but there has been suggestion that he is one of the options that we might have. I wouldn't mind him. Look at his stats: 26 games, 8 goals, 8 assists for a midfielder, which is brilliant. 22-year-old, he can play in a variety of positions, attacking midfield and centre midfield. He's box to box, he's combative. He has the desire, hunger, it seems. He's coming from Ajax, so he's going to be talented anyway. He's came for the youth system, I think. Don't correct me on that, but he's going to be talented anyway. If we're going to buy a midfielder right now, he's probably a realistic target. Whether he wants himself to come, we don't know about that, but we should break the bank for him. Everybody has their price, no matter what teams say, they're not for sales, etc. Everybody has their price. If United were to go to Ajax and say, here's £50 million, can we talk to Van der Beek? Ajax will at least consider it, right? It's as simple as that. But he's one of the players that I would love to sign. He's one of the more realistic signings that we can make. Because Eriksen, let's face it, he's probably not going to be the most realistic, although some reports are coming out that we might be in for him. But I think his heart is set on going abroad. He's going to come on a chip. I wouldn't mind him, but his attitude is the one that also puts me off at the moment. With all the problems we're having, don't want another player coming in, disrupting that or adding to that or woes. So Donny van der Beek, I think he is young. He can develop to a world-class midfielder. I think he can come in and fit right into our midfield as well, while adding a bit of depth because he can play a couple of different positions. He's a clever footballer. He's got a lot of bags of space, bags of stamina, more powerful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Would you take Donny van der Beek? Last but not least, we have Ashley Young. So there's various reports coming in saying that Ashley Young who's out of contract in the summer, who's allowed to talk to clubs as a pre-agreement in January. Apparently, he is a target for Inter Milan and he could leave during the current transfer window if United agree for him to move. There are various reports coming out that he doesn't want to play for United anymore. I don't think that's true, but if it is true, what a shame for our own captain to abandon ship in mid sort of season. Is such a shame, man. I mean, he has, to be frank, despite all his criticism, he has been one of our most loyal players ever in a very long time, in a number of years. He has never spoken bad about the club. He's always gives 100% on the pitch. He has been loyal. It's as simple as that. Maybe not as technically gifted anymore as he was, but he's still loyal. He's the captain of the club. It's as simple as that. He is the captain of the club. Losing him, I think keeping him this season is fine. Also, Solskjaer did say that losing anyone they want to weaken themselves. So you can read an article. We can't weaken ourselves. We need to strengthen ourselves if any movement is going to happen. So he was clear that we don't want to lose Ashley Young. But if Ashley Young goes on a tantrum, then he'll probably end up moving. Apparently, United have offered him triggered his extension for 1 year to stay over. For me personally, I think we should keep him. He has run his course. I think we should keep him at the end of the season, till the end of the season, and that's it. We should not be offering players who's going to be reaching 35, no matter how good they are, extension at the club, especially when we're doing a rebuilding process, right? Yes, he's a senior figure in there, but I think there's a lot of questions that need to be asked about the United squad. moving him on if he wants to leave, fair play to the lad. But I think forcing himself to move in January will be bad for the club. It's as simple as that. We will weaken ourselves. We're already weak as it is, unless we're making adequate cover. And we know United is not very good. Not United, Woodward is not very good like that. But that's it, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Would you keep Ashley Young for another season, or are you willing to let him go in the hope that someone like Ethan Laird can come through? Brandon Williams has already come through. Maybe make a bit of a space. But in saying that, would you feel that him leaving will affect our club, because he is the captain, he's a senior figure? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But that's it, guys. That's all the latest Manchester United transfer news today. We have covered Edinson Cavani to Manchester United, Samuel Umtiti to Manchester United, Milik to Manchester United, Donny van der Beek to Manchester United, and Ashley Young potentially leaving Manchester United. Just a few topics we have covered. As always, guys, get your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button. It does go a long way. And I'll catch you guys in the next upload, and stay far, everybody.